I'm seeing a lot of people say, what's the point? I have no power. I'm just a blue dot in a red state. But I'm here to tell you, that's not true. Take Florida, for example, the Republican dream state. The Republican legislature drew their own gerrymandered maps for Florida. Ron DeSantis ignored those maps and drew even more gerrymandered maps. When he was rightfully accused of cheating, that case went all the way up to the Florida Supreme Court. But who appointed the majority of justices in the Florida Supreme Court? Yeah, Ron DeSantis. So the court ruled in his favor, and those maps stood for the election. So Florida didn't have some insane red wave in the midterms that should make us all feel so worried and impressed with Ron DeSantis. Florida suppressed blue votes and made sure Democratic votes couldn't count. That is some shady, cheating bullshit. And yeah, it's depressing and infuriating. And we know it's happening in Texas and Georgia and Oklahoma and Idaho and Iowa. And it would be a major problem if we voted at 100%. If we had 100% registration and 100% turnout, there would be no way to stop this kind of cheating, and people would be right to be demoralized and discouraged and think nothing could be done. I mean, I would still be out here encouraging you to do something and fight back, but I would recognize what an uphill climb that would be. But we don't have 100% voter registration. We don't have 100% turnout. Some elections have turnout in the teens. Most are around 30%. Even if you take Florida as an example again, the turnout for the 2022 midterm elections was about 44%. 44% of eligible voters. There are approximately 17.5 million potential voters in Florida, and 7.7 million voters came out. What would that election have looked like if 10% more people had come out? 20%? 30%? You want to make a difference? Register more people to vote. Get more people out on election day. Encourage people to talk about politics, to talk about voting, to talk about their freedoms, to talk about what they want from their government. Make sure people understand what's on the line. This goes for every state in America. The DNC ignores half of them because they've written them off as safe red states, but they're not. There are infinitely more Americans who believe in civil rights and human rights and women's rights than there are bigoted water carriers for billionaires who want to ban books and live in some sort of Christian theocracy. And they live in every state in America. So who cares if Democrats don't show up? You show up. You get your people to show up. Your vote is your voice. Don't silence yourself thinking your voice doesn't count. Republicans wouldn't be working so hard to take your vote away if it didn't matter. Look, left alone, Republicans are going to cheat their way to ultimate power, so we just can't leave them alone. We have to get in there and we have to fight back. The choice to sit it out is over. We all come out now and we win. They know that. The question is, do you?